Today's daily deity is the Moth animal totem. I chose this animal totem for today's daily deity because I noticed a moth had posted up on the wall next to the tarot painting I had created. I stared at her as I soaked in the message she was here to give me. I snapped a photo of my animal spirit friend and thought, the moth wanted to be the featured post today. I looked for the moth card in the Medicine Cards deck by Jamie Sams and David Carson and was not able to find this totem. Although I found the butterfly card, which is a close cousin of the moth, I believe they do have slightly different messages, so I decided to inquire of additional information gleaned from some internet websites. The most relevant key symbolic terms of moth I found were psychic abilities, fragility, attraction, and faith. Moth is the medicine of extrasensory perception. Whereas butterflies are primarily diurnal creatures, moths are distinctly nocturnal creatures who rely on their sensory perception to navigate the night. Here comes your psychic ability or inner knowingness to navigate your way through life. Utilize your instinctive intuition rather than relying on the concrete aspects of things that you can see, touch, and hear. See beyond the eyes. Feel beyond your touch. Listen beyond the words you hear. This animal can represent working in the night, finding creative inspiration during late hours, or being a night owl. Speaking of owls, they are another creature of the night in which moths are prey to. Moths have a lot of predators of the night and the day. As they are vulnerable creatures, take note if this is your current animal totem to take the necessary precautions to protect and guard your energy from invading energies. Personally, when I think of moth, what comes to mind is the saying, like a moth to a flame. This symbolizes attraction that may or may not be a fatal attraction. Be aware of what and who you are attracting in your life and acknowledge your personal power of manifestation abilities. Moths also represent the ability to see the positive in a situation, especially in dark times. It is useful to use this animal medicine in order to see the silver lining and to find optimism in an unpleasant or undesirable circumstance. Call upon this animal totem for a renewed faith in your journey, especially in a difficult situation, and trust that you will eventually see the light. Since I had noticed this moth hanging out next to the word tarot that I had painted as a sign, I believe it was literally a sign, a message from spirit about using my intuition with divination, especially with tarot. In my opinion, the tarot card that most closely aligns itself with the moth totem is the Page of Cups. This court card represents subtlety, sensitivity, perception, inner knowing, psychic awareness, and vulnerability, which align with the key definitions of moth. The Page of Cups also has a feminine quality that represents the nocturnal energies of the silver moonlight. Cups also represent spirit, and as you can see in this card, she is gazing into a cup where an animal emerges. To me, this is clearly indicating the connection to an animal totem message that appears for us to intuit. Pages are the messenger cards, but they are also the observers. And this page specifically embodies the feminine nature of receptivity to receive clear messages from spirit. If you encounter moths during the day or have seen images of moths lately, pay attention to your intuition and don't question your psychic perception. If this is your animal totem, you are most likely sensitive enough to perceive the subtleties and understand the way the universe is working around you. Others may not validate this as a shared perception, as it is a message that is solely for you. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Are you listening?